Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Sunday night stock talk. Welcome. I'm going to showcase to you guys the top 5 stocks we're going to be looking at this week. And yeah, give me just a second to spread my link around as we are live. And we'll get some more viewers in here. And then we will get started. We are live. Yes, we are. Okay. Let's go. All right. Excited to be here, guys. So yes, we have 5 companies that we are going to be going over today. The top 5 stocks to watch this week for our Sunday night stock talk. Give me just a second. I jumped on here a couple minutes early to make sure that I spread these links around. Also have a video I just put out, top 3 stocks with a 20% ROI. Definitely check that one out after this live stream. I go into a little bit more detail on 3 of the 5 stock picks for this video. I go into a little bit more detail and elaborate more on those 3 companies. Stick around to see which 3 those are. Or if you're already a member of the Discord, obviously you would already be aware of that. So about 1 minute here before we start. We're going to start at 7 o'clock. And there we go. Our link is spread between our Discord server. That is the 2nd or 3rd link below. You can get access to our Discord server for free, get announcements, updates, trade ideas, etc. and stuff like that. You could also watch my daily live stream videos that I do every single day at market open. Definitely come along for the ride and hang out with us, and we trade in the morning. So any questions, any companies you guys want to look at, definitely comment them below and I will take a look at those at the end of this video. We're going to go over 5 companies. Now, how do you know when you first start investing? There's a lot of companies. There's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of companies that you can trade daily. So how do we identify companies with all of our 4 criterias? Our 4 criterias being: 1, the company or stock must be going in our direction. 2, we must understand the previous patterns. 3, we need to identify key levels like support and resistance. And 4 is opportunity cost. And opportunity cost is even probably the more important one, because you can have all 3 of the first ones in your favor and opportunity cost isn't there. You're not going to make very much money. So with that said, guys, we're going to go ahead and, out of the 53 companies that we have on our stock list, our watch list for this year, 2024, I've narrowed it down to 17. It's kind of more like 15. And I've even narrowed that even further to a list of 5 companies, okay? And we're going to go over those 5 companies right now, okay? Top 5 stocks to watch this week on our Sunday night stock talk, which we host every single week at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So here we go. AMD is going to be the first one. Now, AMD has pulled back all the way to that $150 support level. Now, as you can see, I have the 1-day timeline set up here for AMD, and we've had steady growth from the $54 level up to $227 on AMD. Now, AMD has pulled back all the way to that 140, 150 level previously, not just once, 2 times, 3 times, but multiple times here as well, where it consolidated. Now, if we go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we can zoom in a little bit in the last month and see this huge pullback that it had from highs of 213 to lows of 141 in over about a 56-day period, resulting in a 33% loss in the share price. Been consolidating very nicely. It even spiked up from those 156 levels to 184, creating a 20% profit in 8 days. Yes, that's correct. That is correct. 20% profit in 1 week. Now, it has pulled back again AMD has pulled back to these 150 levels, resulting in a 19% loss in share price. Okay, now it doesn't have to, but with the way the pattern is going, with the way the support levels and resistance lines look, let me clean this up just a little bit here. We're going to take these out. You can see very easily that this is going up with this trend line, down with this trend line, and now if it creates support and bounces off of 150 tomorrow at market open, then we can see this steadily go up. And what went up and down in a matter of a few days could definitely go up in a matter of a few days too. Imagine this going up in 8 days, would be incredible. This may take a little bit longer, but this is what we're going to be watching this week. One of them is AMD, which will result in a 20 to 22% profit potentially in a week. So AMD is definitely one of those companies that is on our top 5 stocks to watch list. Next is going to be TQQQ. Okay. Now TQQQ is the ProShares Ultra Pro of QQQ. For all of you who don't know, QQQ tracks the NASDAQ 1 for 1, whereas TQQQ tracks it 3 to 1. So if the market moves 1%, TQQQ moves 3%. All right, and if you guys have any stocks you want to call out or want me to go over, definitely leave a comment below. This is a live stream, so it's very interactive. If you guys want to ask questions, stuff like that, you're more than welcome as well. I know some of my subscribers in the past, you know, always call out stocks and stuff like that. Now, TQQQ also has potential, as you can see here, to go up to $86 from $70 support levels. Now, it has had support levels as low as $58 and $63, but more currently, it's bounced off of this support level once, almost twice, and now it could potentially be 3 times. It bounces off of this $70 level. Now, if it does do that at open tomorrow, you can easily see another 20% profit from lows of $70, where the support level is, to highs of $86, where the highs were. Now, it doesn't have to make a move all in one day or all in 1 week. This can take, you know, multiple days. This looks like it took about 10 or 11 days to come down to that level. So, you know, give it 10 or 11 days to get back up. We'll see in the morning exactly how this plays out. Another one we're going to be looking at is NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is looking really good as well. NVIDIA has had some really nice pullbacks. It's been trading in this kind of zone or this level here for quite some time. It's bouncing off of that 116, 118 level and getting as high as 141 and more recently as high as 136. Now, with that said, if this bounces off of those support levels, you could easily see this go up I believe 20% as well, about 18%. If you can catch some lows down here at 117, 118, you can see a 20% profit on NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA has pulled off very nicely. It has hit this resistance level before and dropped all the way down, losing about 18% of its market value in 5 days. This one more recently lost about, if I can grab it here, lost 14% in what? 8 days again. So if this can go up in 8 days, 7 to 8 days, of about 19 to 20%, that'd be pretty cool. That means you can invest $1,000 and make about $200 on that investment. So not too bad. NVIDIA is one of those companies we're definitely going to be watching this week. Now, I may even consider putting a few extra dollars into it, you know, say like $1,000 in each one of these and just see kind of what happens as an experiment. That might be pretty cool. And then be able to day trade alongside you guys in the morning as well. Now, CMG, or Chipotle Mexican Grill, is another company that I have been watching. They recently had a stock split and they're trading back at previous lows. Now, it's interesting how they do the stock splits, because this chart is from when they were trading at like $2,000 or $3,000. think it was $3,000. Now they had their stock split 50-1, so now they were trading at about $69, $70. Since that stock split, Chipotle Mexican Grill has lost over 24% of its market cap or stock price in 31 days. So it took a month for it to drop as low as 24%. Now, if it takes a month or even a couple of months to get back up to those highs, that's a 31% profit from $50 to $52 levels up to those $70 levels again, or $69. So definitely going to be watching this company, as it does seem to be finding areas of support right here in this general area between $52 and $54. So very excited to see what happens with Chipotle as time goes on. MLG Martin 007. Good idea to get into Google before earnings this Tuesday. Thoughts? Google, let's take a look real quick. It's not one of the companies that we were going to go over, but we can definitely go over it. What the heck? Googs. There we go. So I believe their earnings are going to be good. They're always pretty solid to begin with. If we look back at previous earnings, looks like they're doing pretty good. They're staying in that 70 to 80 now $1,000 range, or not $1,000 billion range. Their ex-dividend date was on June 10th. They got 20 cents per share. Next earnings is on July 23rd, which will be on, Tuesday. And their earnings per share estimate is 167. So not bad, but this is one of those companies I was looking at. Okay, I was looking at it. It is on that list of 2024 we have, our watch list, but the margin isn't quite there for me, right? So 7-8%, that's still really good. Obviously it can go higher than that. 193 isn't its stopping point. We have been tracking this company since it was down in the 150s and even down in the 130s, which is just amazing to be able to come back and see that. I do have this on the watch list for 2024. It has had some very nice pullbacks, like some very hard pushbacks from January to March. It had another one right here in May, and a nice one here in April, all the way down to that blue 45-day moving average. Now, what can it do here? Well, if it's finding support at 179, 180, then we may consider seeing a potential bounce. It may bounce up to those 193 levels, which could result in about a 7 to 8% profit. That's really nice. This is a really great call out. I do agree with you, MLG, that this could potentially go up back to previous areas, especially seeing its track record of just going completely up for the last couple of years. Now earnings could suffer just a little bit, but seeing how there's heavy resistance at that 179 level, and then now being above it, there is some heavy support at those levels as well. So it'll be very interesting to see tomorrow morning what happens, but this is extremely bearish still. As you can see, it's below the 45-day EMA, and every time it touches, it gets rejected. So until it can get above that, I'd say 180, 181 level and pass above that blue EMA, this may continue to sell off. So be very aware of that. I hope that helped you in some way. But that's just my thoughts on it. So last company we're going to go over, and then we can go over a few more, is Plug. Yeah, Plug. Why Plug? Well, this one is a little bit more risky. I almost didn't put it on this top 5 stocks to watch this week, but I feel like it's relevant because of this. Look at the previous patterns. Direction can be in our favor. Okay, when we start seeing signs of it going up again. Previous patterns are showing that it is trading in this zone area between our support levels and our resistance levels, with a few outer peak levels, right? But the last few times, let's go to the daily. The last few times here, this has actually found support at that $2.27 level. We're now at $2.50. So this can pull back a little bit more. MLG said 100%, thank you. No worries. And we can easily see this pull back and find support. It not only found support back in January, it found support again back in April, it found support again in this level here in July, and it actually went all the way up and then gapped down, finding support at 249. So my thinking, or my thought process on this would be, it's going to bounce again, getting some, you know, relatively good percentage profit. That's a 50% gain. Now I added this to the list specifically to show you guys that out of the other 4 companies, you can easily make 20% profit. With this one, you could also make 50% profit. It's a little bit more, but it's definitely very risky. And remember, it doesn't always have to be about the maximum amount of profits, but out of the 50 companies that I track in my 2024 watch list, these will make you the most money. Thus, number 4 in our trading focus before taking a trade is opportunity cost. So these 5 companies offer you with the highest opportunity cost by also understanding direction, key levels, and previous patterns. Well, those 4 things will give you everything you need to make a solid trade this coming week. So plug power went up 50%. If you want to count all the way up to $5, it went up 124%. But just from support levels to this small little gap up right here, 22% profit. So with the same amount of money or the same percentage gains as some of these other companies, you can still see a nice return, getting in at $2.50, waiting for it to come back up to those $3 levels, $3.50 levels. You can easily see or potentially realize about 30% profit, anywhere from 20 to say 40% profit potentially. Okay, very quick little trades. Now you don't even have to hold it there if you don't want to. You can literally trade this in the morning. Maybe it goes up 5% and then it kind of comes back down. But even if it did, there is opportunities to make money. Goes down a little bit, maybe it goes up here, maybe it comes down, maybe it goes back up. Each one of these is potential money right there, right? So this is where it could be a good idea to potentially, you know, get involved with some companies like this, or at least take a look at some of these companies and you know, buy one share for $2.50, and just see what it does. See if it does go up. Because even if you put $100, that's $34. If you invest $1,000, that's $340 in profit. And so yeah, I added plug to the list because I do see that this is potentially able to have those small gains, small areas where they can potentially gap up really, really fast and really hard, to where even this one here, the last time it broke the resistance, it went up 34% in 7 days. If you got as low as 210 and you even just rode it up to this high and waited for that first red candle, you'd be up 22%. Or you could even wait for this next red candle right around this resistance level where we have already identified, and made over 50% profit in 14 days. So 50% profit on $1,000 investment is 500 extra bucks in a week or two. Probably more like a couple of weeks. Now this one is the more risky one out of all of them. It is the penny stock one, obviously. I mean, Nvidia is trading at $117. Chipotle Mexican Grill is trading at $53. AMD is trading at $151. And TQQ is trading at $70. So they're all well above what would be considered a penny stock. This one is the only one that is not, which is why I didn't necessarily want to add it to our top 5 list. Top 5 stocks for the week, but the opportunity cost doesn't lie. Like even CrowdStrike, like with this, that's a 35% return. Okay, so not necessarily what I was going for. Intel, not a huge move, you know, less than 10%. Microsoft, potentially just 8%. If we look at Tesla, you know, if it goes up, there's only about a 10%. So I wanted to really showcase to you basically the best plays for this week going into July 2022. I hope you guys found this useful, informative, educational, whatever it is. But if you guys have any stocks you want me to take a look at, definitely comment them below, and I can go over those with you. If not, and no one has any other companies you want me to take a look at, then we can potentially end this live stream here. Real quick, easy Sunday night stock talk to get you guys set up for the week to come. And don't forget, I trade live every single morning at market open. So that's Monday through Friday. You get to hang out with me, ask me questions, get inside my head, see why I'm trading a specific stock or company, and ask me questions, talk to other people in our community as well, and all just hang out in the morning at market open for about 30 minutes to an hour. And again, that's every single day, Monday through Friday. So if you guys found any use in this or value, definitely smash that like button for me. MLG Martin asked if I can go over SOXL. Yes, I can. SOXL, let's take a look. Actually, never seen this one before. I can understand why you... Wow. Have you been watching some of our videos? Are you a member of the channel? Because you are calling out some really good oversold companies, or companies that I would look at that are oversold with signs of reversal. The 3 stages of reversal. You need a stage of rejection, or a stage of consolidation, and then a stage of confirmation. And it looks like that's exactly what you're showcasing to us on these last 2 callouts. So very nice. Good job, MLG. This is what we do. We look for these oversold companies that can potentially bounce back. Tied to NVIDIA. Okay, because it's a semiconductor. That makes sense. Very nice. As you can see previously, it has had areas around $56 going back down to about $30, and then from $30 back in April it pushed all the way up to $67 in June. That's 124% in 62 days. Very, very nice call out here. I will be adding this to the oversold list and to the stocks 2024 list. So thank you, MLG, for making us aware of this. Now it is a Direxon daily semiconductor bull 3 times ETF, which I'm thinking if NVIDIA or some type of semiconductor moves 1%, this will obviously move 3 times, which would be 3%. So very interesting. I kind of already drew my trade plan up just from what I noticed right off the bat, but signs of rejection, in 5 days losing about 22% of its share price, consolidating very nicely across the board for about a week, and then a very nice push up from those lows of 50, 52, 53 to highs of 70 for a 33% profit in 9 days. That is just fantastic. Now it's starting to retrace back down, and as you can see here, I can see it right now actually on these support levels. Very nice call out. Definitely. See, as you can see here, there was some consolidation, there's some resistance, there is some support, and as it made newer highs, it came back down, found support levels again at that $46, $47 level. Now it's trying to fight that support level. Is it going to find support here at 46, 47, potentially bounce back up for another 50% profit? It's possible. How long will the consolidation period? We don't really know. It could be as soon as tomorrow, where this consolidates. It can consolidate for a moment and then push up. It can consolidate for a week, is kind of where I'm giving it due to this past trend line right here. Didn't really know which way it wanted to go. I would let you know to be aware, though, that it is trading below both the EMA and the MA line on the 4-hour chart, so I would be aware of that. But if we go in at the 5-minute, you can see there actually was a lot of consolidation. It hit that 46.80 level, 46.75 level twice, if not 3 times. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow morning with this company. Very nice call out by MLG. Added it to my list. I'm going to set an alert above 48.80, and that's where we're going to play it, guys. So yeah, If anybody else has any companies they want me to call out, it doesn't seem like we have as many people on here as we normally do. I'm not sure where everyone's at. It's a Sunday, you know. Some people aren't as dedicated to stock investing as we are. But I know there's quite a few people that join us in the mornings. We got Major, we got Tina, we got Carlos, we got Eric, we got Shannon. We got quite a few people that join every morning. Those are just a few that I could remember right off the bat. Add TSLL as well. Let's take a look. TSLL. Okay. Dixon Daily, Tesla Bull, 2-time share. Okay, so this goes off of Tesla. TSLL makes sense. Makes sense. It's in the name. Definitely seeing those oversold levels, and this would give us an opportunity to look at some different companies and how they perform over time. As you can see, this one's gotten low as $4 or $5. So very interesting. I know it plays off of Tesla a bit, but you can get 2 times leverage on what Tesla's trading. That's a 30% profit from $13 to almost $17. That's a 30% profit. So very cool call out on thank you for that, MLG. Made great money in this one as well. Big W pattern. Yeah, definitely. You know, you can see that right away. And what's cool is once you start learning patterns, resistance levels, support levels, you can easily start playing out these trades. It actually starts making a little bit more sense once you start identifying those key levels, patterns, opportunity cost, and all the things I preach literally to all my members constantly. So I would say that's some good resistance, a lot of consolidation at this level. It did go above it just a little bit, but $15 seems like a good resistance, especially touching this second area right here. So we can see this potentially go back up to that $15 level for a potential 20-22% profit. Now we want to show signs of confirmation. We want to make sure that this is going in an upward direction, and never invest in something that has a downward trend. We want to make money, not lose money, so we're waiting for those support levels. Even right here, previously getting that support and bouncing off of that 200-day moving average at $12.28 to highs of $15, and then selling at that first sign of heavy rejection here at that resistance, you could have made a 28% profit in 3 days. So very, very good call out again by MLG. Thank you for that. You made this live stream much, much better with your participation. Thank you for all of your time. We went from, 5 oversold companies to now 7, which is just great. We got to add some new companies to our list. And yeah, man, I appreciate you giving us some new companies to look at, giving us your feedback. And if you found this educational, informational, or just overall had value to your life, then definitely smash that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and we will see you all in tomorrow's live day trading session, which I host 100% free. All you have to do is subscribe, and you'll get a notification when I go live, or whatever time that the market opens in your area. You can guarantee we'll be live right here making some trades. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your weekend, and remember, let's end the year on a green note. Thanks guys, and have a great day.